A friendly local offers you a dirt-cheap tuk-tuk tour. Someone tells you the Grand Palace is closed for a special ceremony. You're promised a once-in-a-lifetime deal on stunning gems. Spoiler alert, these aren't random acts of kindness. They're the opening lines to some of Thailand's most common scams. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on the 10 biggest scams aimed at travelers, how they work, and exactly how to sidestep them so your dream vacation doesn't become a nightmare. While statistics vary, it's clear that scams are a major issue, with reports indicating 6 in 10 Thais have been victimized. This isn't just about losing a bit of cash, it's a significant problem. And while Thailand is an unbelievably beautiful and welcoming country, this is the information you need to make sure your memories are of pristine beaches and incredible temples, not of being left stranded and out of pocket. Let's dive into the scams you're most likely to meet on the street. Number 1, the attraction closed scam. We're kicking things off with one of the most frequent scams in Bangkok, especially around huge tourist draws like the Grand Palace. Here's the playbook. You're walking towards a famous temple, and a well-dressed, super-friendly local approaches you. They'll have great English and seem genuinely helpful, but then they'll hit you with the bad news. The attraction you're about to visit is closed. Maybe for a Buddhist ceremony for cleaning, or, and this is a common one, it's only open for Thais this morning. It's almost always a lie. The Grand Palace is open daily, though it can close for special royal ceremonies. This helpful stranger will then offer an amazing alternative. Their friend or brother just happens to be a tuk-tuk driver who can give you a special tour of other, better temples for a ridiculously low price, like 20 or 50 baht. The real goal? It's not to show you temples. It's to get you into a network of shops where they earn a commission, and that cheap ride leads straight into our next scam. Number 2, the gem and tailor shop scam. This is Act 2 of the attraction closed scam. Your bargain tuk-tuk tour might make a quick stop at a temple or two, but the main event is a visit to a gem shop or a tailor. The driver gets paid and often gets free fuel vouchers just for walking you through the door. Inside the gem shop, you'll hear about a special one-day government promotion or be told you can buy gems tax-free and resell them for a massive profit back home. The gems are often just worthless pieces of glass, and the government doesn't sponsor any gem promotions. At the tailor, they'll promise you a custom, high-end suit delivered to your hotel in 24 hours. What often arrives is a low-quality suit made from cheap synthetic fabric that probably won't be ready on time. In both places, expect high-pressure sales tactics. How do you avoid it? First, never believe a random person on the street who tells you a major attraction is closed. Just give a polite, "No thank you," and walk over to the official ticket entrance. Before you go, it's always smart to check the attraction's official website for their hours. If you do want to buy jewelry or get clothes made, find a reputable store through trusted sources, not a tuk-tuk driver you just met. Number 3, the tuk-tuk and taxi meter scam. This one can happen anywhere, but it's especially common in tourist-heavy parts of Bangkok. While most drivers are honest, some are looking to make a quick buck off newcomers. The classic version is the driver who refuses to use the meter and quotes you a high flat fare. This is actually against the law for licensed taxis in Bangkok. Another trick is taking a ridiculously long route to drive up the metered fare. Then there's the free ride with stops I mentioned earlier. You think you're getting a great tour, but you're just being driven between shops that are paying the driver. The fix is pretty simple. For taxis, always insist on the meter before you get in. If they say no, just find another taxi. For tuk-tuks, always agree on the price for a direct trip before you start moving. And if an offer sounds too good to be true, like an all-day tour for pocket change, it is. Using ride-sharing apps like Grab or Bolt is also a great way to lock in a fair price from the start. Number 4, the jet ski and scooter rental scam. This scam is infamous in beach towns like Phuket, Pattaya, and Koh Samui. It can turn a fun day out into a stressful, expensive mess. Here's how it works. You rent a jet ski or scooter. The operator might ask to hold your passport as a deposit. Never ever do this. When you bring the vehicle back, the operator finds some new damage, a scratch or a dent that was probably there all along. They'll demand a crazy amount of money for repairs, and they can get aggressive and threatening. Sometimes a fake tourist police officer even shows up to intimidate you into paying. Your phone is your best friend here. Before you rent anything, take a detailed video and close-up photos of the entire vehicle from every angle. Point out any existing scratches to the operator and make sure they see you documenting it. Stick with reputable rental companies, maybe one your hotel recommends, not just a random vendor on the beach. And I'll say it again, never leave your passport as security. A photocopy and a cash deposit should be enough. These scams are all about putting you under pressure. If you've ever been in one of these situations, share your story in the comments. Your experience could be the heads up that saves another traveler from the same trap. And if you're finding this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more travel advice you can actually use. Now let's get into the scams that can have even bigger consequences. Number 5, bar and drink scams. This scam often targets solo travelers, usually men, in nightlife areas. It might start with a friendly local approaching you at a bar. You'll share some drinks and have a nice conversation, and then they quietly disappear. When the bill comes, it's astronomical, sometimes 10 times what you were expecting to pay. If you argue, intimidating bouncers will suddenly appear to make sure you settle up. Another version is a tout luring you into a ping pong show with a cheap entry fee, only to hit you with a massive bill when you try to leave. The best defense is to stay aware. Always check the drink prices on a menu before you order and keep track of your tab. Be wary of empty, upstairs bars with aggressive promoters outside. If a bill looks wrong, calmly ask for an itemized receipt. It's always safer to stick to busy, well-reviewed establishments. Number 6, the massage shop scam. You're walking down the street when someone from a massage shop in a quiet alley offers you a fantastic discount. They ask you to pay a small amount upfront in cash. You have your massage, and when you go to leave, they demand payment again. They'll claim your first payment was just a booking fee or a deposit. Caught off guard and not wanting a confrontation, many people just pay a second time. To avoid this, try to use shops recommended by your hotel or ones that have a clear price list displayed out front. Confirm the final price and whether you pay before or after the service. Paying after is usually the safest bet to avoid any disputes. Number 7, impersonation and authority scams. These scams prey on your respect for authority. Someone in a uniform or a fake one might approach you and accuse you of something minor, like littering or vaping. Vaping is illegal in Thailand, and penalties can be severe, including hefty fines and even jail time. The scammer will then demand an on-the-spot cash fine to make the problem disappear. A real police officer will have official ID, and fines are paid at a police station, where you get a proper receipt, not on a street corner in cash. If someone pressures you to pay a fine on the spot, you have the right to refuse and say you'll handle it at the nearest police station. A more modern version involves a phone call from someone claiming to be from Thai customs or immigration. They'll say a package in your name has illegal goods and create a sense of panic, demanding you pay a fine via bank transfer. Official authorities in Thailand will not call you to demand money over the phone. If this happens, just hang up. Number 8, the job scam. This scam has become more common and targets both locals and tourists looking for work. It usually starts with an online ad for an easy, high-paying remote job. The scam gets you to invest your own money to complete online tasks. You'll make small profits at first, and they'll even let you withdraw them to build your trust. Once you're convinced it's real, they'll pressure you to put in larger and larger amounts. But when you try to cash out your big earnings, you'll find it's impossible, and the company vanishes. The rule is simple. A legitimate employer will never ask you to pay them to start working. Be suspicious of any job that requires you to use your own money to perform tasks. Number 9. The romance scam. This is one of the most heartbreaking scams, both emotionally and financially. Scammers create fake, highly attractive profiles on dating apps and social media to connect with foreigners. They are masters of manipulation, building what feels like a deep, emotional connection over weeks or months. Once they have your trust, the requests for money start. It might be a small amount for a sudden medical emergency, but it escalates quickly. They might spin a story about a business deal gone wrong or worse, lure you into the final, most devastating scam on our list. Number 10. The pig butchering investment scam. This is the brutal evolution of the romance scam, often called pig butchering because the scammer fattens up the pig with trust before the financial slaughter. The losses from this are staggering. Here's the hook. Your new online love interest will casually mention they're making great money with a secret cryptocurrency or investment platform. They'll offer to teach you. You'll set up an account on what looks like a professional app or website. You start with a small investment, and your screen shows incredible, guaranteed returns. They'll even let you withdraw a small profit to prove it's legit. Convinced, you invest more and more. But when you try to withdraw your new fortune, you're told you need to pay a tax or a withdrawal fee. You pay it, but the money never arrives. Your partner either disappears or keeps making excuses. The entire platform was a fake, and your money is gone for good. The only way to stay safe is to never, ever send money to someone you've only met online. Be extremely skeptical of any romantic interest who starts talking about investment opportunities. And remember, there is no such thing as a guaranteed, high-return, risk-free investment. Thailand is an amazing country, and the vast majority of Thai people are kind, honest, and welcoming. The point of this video isn't to scare you, but to empower you with knowledge. Being aware is your single best defense against these scams. If you get into trouble, contact the tourist police by dialing 1155. They have English-speaking operators and are trained to handle these exact situations. You can also look for the Thailand Tourist Police app, which can help them find your location. By staying vigilant and trusting your gut, especially when an offer seems way too good to be true, you can make sure your trip to the Land of Smiles is memorable for all the right reasons. Travel safe, travel smart, and enjoy everything this incredible country has to offer. Thanks for watching.